Alright guys, I'm back with my WWE Raw review for the 4th of the 24th, 2017, and I gotta say that, what was that? Right, okay, so we've got Payback this Sunday, and if I ask you guys, are you guys excited for Payback this Sunday? Would you be going, yes, 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 yes? Would you be excited for that? Because no, because I wouldn't, because if you saw that waste of time, what was Monday Night Raw last night, you would agree with me that it was the drizzling shits of television. And in my opinion, if the WWE creative team really want us to really watch Payback and really want us to get invested into that pay-per-view, they need to do two things. A, interested in buying it or even watching it on the network, or two, having a good show going into the pay-per-view and maybe following up some stories on SmackDown, because some of the Raw guys that have just come over to SmackDown are still infused on SmackDown, if you know what I mean, and they need to really continue that over onto the Blue brand. And if they're not going to continue that tonight on SmackDown, then why are we having this pay-per-view? In my opinion, it just doesn't make no sense. And some of the build-up for this pay-per-view is like, I don't care for it. I think there's only Joe versus Rollins I'm interested in, Strowman and Reigns. And that's it. Rest of the card is just filler, or I don't want to really see it because it's just same old cycle shit from WrestleMania. That's it. Maybe the Hardy match. I want to play the Hardy Boys match, and that's it. So let's go to Raw. So basically, this was a waste of time right here. So we have Jericho coming out, and I understand why Jericho comes out, because he's promoting his feud with KO before this Sunday's Payback. And I like how, you know, I don't know. I think maybe KO maybe should have a video package or something to, you know, have KO maybe do something with Jericho in this. But we had Jericho cut a promo on Kevin Owens saying that it's going to be his last night on Raw, saying that he's going to go to SmackDown with the U.S. title. Then we have The Miz come out, and they're basically they're debating over what segment they're having. Is it going to be Miz TV, the Ambrose Asylum, or is it going to be Highlight Reel of Jericho's? And in my opinion, I'm sat there going, what the fuck am I watching? Like, I don't want to see Miss TV. I don't want to see the Ambrose Asylum. I don't even want to see the fucking Highlight Reel. All I want to see, crash too hard, WWE creative team, or are you too dumb to think, oh, wait a minute, every week we're going to have a stupid segment where basically we're going to like talk show hosts, and we're going to have, you know, the Highlight Reel, the Ambrose Asylum, we have Miss TV. I don't want to see that anymore. I am so sick and tired of seeing these fucking talk shows that they are so driven down to the ground that I don't want to be able to see them anymore. It's they're so overdone and so lame that I can't bring that. Then we get Alexa Bliss, Bailey, and Sasha cut a promo. Basically, this was another waste of time. I really like how Alexa Bliss cut a promo. I do like that bit. But why is Sasha in this? Why is Sasha putting her nose in this feud between Alexa Bliss and Bailey when A, she had and B, didn't she lose last week on Raw to Alexa Bliss? So why is she putting her nose in a business that she shouldn't be storyline wise? And I thought it was going to do another Mickey James. I thought it was going to do maybe a Mickey James. Sorry guys, got it back off. A Mickey James and maybe Nia Jax feud, but where were they? Didn't make sense anyway. But and it leads to Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss or something like that. Alexa Bliss runs away, and then she attacks Sasha Banks after, Bailey after. You know what it was. And in my opinion, like I said, I think that this is going to be a mini feud between Bailey and Alexa Bliss. Unfortunately, my girl, I know she ain't going to win this title anytime soon, but this is just slowly building up to, obviously, Sasha Banks versus Bailey at SummerSlam. And hopefully that might main event. SummerSlam and main eventing. I did hear that this week the rumors going around for this SummerSlam main event is going to be Jeff Hardy versus Brock Lesnar. Now, that is going to be a big match. And I know a lot of people will be interested in that match, but I don't want to be able to see that at SummerSlam. Like, in my opinion, give it to somebody like Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar. That's what I want to see for SummerSlam, or Finn Balor or Brock Lesnar, or maybe AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar at some point. But yeah, Jeff Hardy and Brock Lesnar. I don't know if I'm interested in that match, but that's just a rumor at the minute. I could get invested into it at some point. But yeah, That was it. And then we get Matt Hardy versus Sheamus. It was just a filler match. Matt Hardy wins with his twist of fate. Jeff and Cesaro try to interfere in the match. Basically, they shake hands. Now, and when is Matt Hardy going to go broken again? When is he going to go somebody? He will get that broken gimmick back. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, we want broken Matt, the other Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boy Matt Hardy. I know that, but you got to think that TNA and Anthem Sport and Matt Hardy and TNA, whatever they call these days, Impact Wrestling, GFW, whatever the call, you cannot use any of the Hardy stuff in TNA, even though it's Matt Hardy's own gimmick. Believe it or not, TNA is suing Matt Hardy over his own gimmick. Yes, this is how bad TNA has got, where they're suing a guy that has created his own gimmick, has had no help with TNA whatsoever, apart from like the creative team, and TNA are suing Matt Hardy own gimmick. Now, I've heard some stupid shit from the WWE and from WCW in my all the time I've been watching professional wrestling. In 18 years I've been watching professional wrestling, but to hear that a wrestling company is going to sue you for using your own gimmick that you portrayed and you made yourself. Never heard that one before. But anyway, that's TNA. Anything's possible in TNA, right? But anyway, yeah, Matt Hardy won the match. It was a filler match. I didn't care for it too much. And then we had a cruiserweight tag match. It was Jack Gallagher and Austin Aries versus Neville and Tina Perkins. I think the faces went over because I don't care. Like the cruiserweights to me, whatever. After that, we have Braun Strowman versus Kalisto in a dumpster match. When I first heard this online at the weekend, I was like, are they serious? Are they going to do a dumpster match? But I was thinking, okay, this might be pretty cool. First thing what came to mind was, I think it was Chainsaw Charlie and Mick Foley versus the New Age Outlaws in the Attitude Era. That's the first thing what came into my mind when I was thinking about this. Anyway, this was basically a match for Braun Strowman to win, and Braun Strowman went over. After the match, he basically shuts the lid on the dumpster and throws Braun Strowman throws Kalisto off the ramp, and then basically that's it really. And then they have this awesome video package of Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, obviously, from the feud at Fastlane, and I really like that, how they're building up the Braun Strowman character, how they're building up Roman Reigns. And I know a lot of people say, why was Roman Reigns at that house show last week? But TV, he's doing a good job because they're not really showing him that much. Then we had Apollo Crews versus Kurt Hawkins, another guy that in Apollo Crews I would wish the WWE did more with. But every time I say that, it looks like it doesn't matter how many times we say that, losers what to do with this guy. And I think that is maybe turning him heel. I came with the idea of turning Apollo Crews heel. I think that if you really want to establish this guy as a top mid-carder, upper mid-carder main eventer type thing, then turn him heel and get him over as a heel with Titus. I mean, it looks like they was kind of forming a heel tag team last week and this week as well, so who knows? And or maybe put him in the cruiserweights if you want to. If you really, I mean, I think the cruiserweights need some more star power in there. So what I would do is put Apollo Crews in there, and him after there is and Jack Gallagher like to start in there anyway. So that's what I would do anyway. Then we had, what else did we have next? Oh, yeah, then we had the six-man tag match. It was Finn Balor. Well, it's supposed to be Enzo and Cass versus and Seth Rollins versus the Club and Samoa Joe. But also Enzo gets took out by the Club, and then it's basically Seth Rollins and what's his name? Big Cass. I forgot his name. My mind went just blank there. And anyway, basically, Kerrigan says, you know what? You're gonna have another partner, and it's Finn Balor. And basically, it's Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and Big Cass versus the Club. It was a really good match. The pieces go over here with Big Cass getting a win over. I think it was Gallows or Anderson. I can't remember who it was. And then after that, we had the Miz and the mystery partner. Apparently, his mystery partner was Bray Wyatt. I'm thinking like this, like, you talking about, like Bray Wyatt, the guy that is supposed to be facing Randy Orton this Sunday at Payback, and you team up with the Miz. Now, don't get me wrong, I've loved the Miz's work on SmackDown the last couple months, and obviously going on to Raw. But why is he teaming up with the Miz in a mid-card tag team match? But yeah, one thing that did make me happy though, that he did destroy Dean Ambrose, which made me so happy. I wish that he was like stay off TV till at least he gets a new character. Yeah, Bray Wyatt was just a beast there. But I mean, Randy Orton, does that mean that he gets buried to the mid card again, or is he going to be in the main event scene again? Like, I feel like him leaving, like Bray Wyatt leaving SmackDown Live was a big loss for Bray Wyatt and SmackDown Live, because I think Bray Wyatt really elevated his character and really himself on SmackDown Live. I think he came into his own, but when he's on Raw with those big names like Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy and all those other big names, I think he's going to get lost in the shuffle again. And me as a Bray Wyatt fan, I don't want to really see Bray get lost in the shuffle, because we know how talented this guy is. I don't want to keep saying it. I said it many times over the years on this channel, how of a fan I am of Bray Wyatt and how talented this guy is. I just think that him on Raw is just no. I think they should get him on SmackDown and maybe just brought somebody like, I don't know, Ben Orton back on Raw, somebody, or they could have done something like that. But I think like Bray Wyatt on Raw was a bad decision. I just think he's getting lost in the shuffle over there, and yeah, but maybe WWE will prove me wrong, but who knows? It's still early, yeah. Then we had what was it? Oh yeah, then we had. Then after that, I'm sure I'm missing something out here. I think I just had my cat. Anyway, let me think. Did I miss it? Oh yeah. Then the Drifter came. Yeah, the Drifter was back again. Yes, the Drifter had another segment again. Yeah, I think that was it. I think it covered everything on Raw. Thanks for watching, guys.